The Minister of Finance makes $9.8 million. And Ghanaians are not outraged. Ghanaian boys and girls, young men and women are not outraged. And whenever you raise it, your friends in the MPP keep quiet. And I told them, if 100 policemen know full well that they are all very honest, but 4 of them are criminals, aiding people to kill people in the Kaswa area every day, and they are silent about it, then all the 100 policemen are criminals.
PENDREAM TV there, I see them, yopo.
Abusuafo, Mami Mbisamo Asembio. Former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Dapaah, ni $2 million, how far? Even more than that. Because Matisse name pass, you $2 million and 350,000 euros and pound sterling, Ghanaian cedis and blah blah blah. And I say, can't see kani na bumwa. Na sikebia imodu pa. How far with that issue? Jamuna mo say ba me break 8. Eja mona mo say NPP Akuffo Addo de omunya corrupt. Me bisabu say can how far? All right. Yenti KKD. Listen.
Why can we live in a country where if some young man who is doing a small hustle and doing his best has the police find just 1 million Ghana cedis in his house, he may be arrested and questioned where he found it. But a public servant who claims they have desilted the Odo Lagoon has all this money in their home. Whether they killed people to get that money, whether they did blood rituals to get that money, whether they stole that money from government, whether they took that money as bribes, or whether they have a cloth manufacturing business that gives them that money, or whether they have a brother who was a shoemaker who made the greatest shoes in all of Africa, so he earned all that money and gave it to them. Nobody is able to question them about it or prosecute them about it. We are a nation of stupid.
The president thinks that
we are a nation of stupid. No, like I said, when we elevate you into a position of authority, you do not have dominion over truth. Truth is the ultimate power. Are you truthful?
This concept of minister of state at the presidency, minister with that portfolio, ambassador,
it's nonsense. It's jobs for the boys, and that I stated this with clarity over 2 years ago, before I got my badge of honor when GBC said they had banned me from speaking. The company that we made into something that people listen to and watch says it bans me for speaking the truth about a thief in government. People who said but once they get into government, they decide, let's borrow and borrow and borrow. And then one day I decide, I'm busy doing my research for my PhD, but I'm just going to look at all these documents, this thick. And then I find, oh, it is because for every $100 million we borrow, the Minister of Finance makes $9.8 million. And Ghanaians are not outraged. Ghanaian boys and girls, young men and women are not outraged. And whenever you raise it, your friends in the MPP keep quiet. And I told them, if 100 policemen know full well that they are all very honest, but 4 of them are criminals, aiding people to kill people in the Kaswa area every day, and they are silent about it, then all the 100 policemen are criminals. So, I have good friends in the MPP who I believe to be honest. Some of them rose up and said, Oforiatta must go.
That's right.
And immediately they were silenced. And some of them have had people campaign against them, so they have lost their seats. Because in Ghana, the campaign is about how much money you can spend. It is a fact.
That's right.
Professor Jampo has spoken about that too. We have monetized our elections because some people are so poor, they will sell their teeth if they have to and drink only cocoa.
All right. Mame mbone tofa. Nia KKD airport na ni se Ghana how possible se Ghana ni bi koye adwumaden brain mojani enya sika bia emu odua aban chi no se ombra me chechire nkwan kora ofa so a onya asa sika no ansa na aban de ne sika ama no woni mu se mu aboti abrochire se wo transfer 20,000 and 15,000 US dollars free abrochire your bank account to your Ghana bank account wa Bank of Ghana EBCZ until you come and tell them how you got that money. Uni musa mi bisaw ebia na on try bi da abrochire so transfer from between 15 to 20,000 dollars if abrochire ba Ghana aban betena so unless you go there to tell them how you got the money before they release the money into your bank account for you to use. Anyasa aban ebetena sika no so. Na se wantimi anchechim kwan crowd fa so a onya sika na aban befa. That is what they call money laundering. Na yatigana ha a public servant, sanitation minister for that matter, for the first time, he created supposed to know. Na e bi ni Ghana. Every JJ Mreso be in Ghana, how we have nothing called sanitation ministry. Akuffo Addo ena e create ena oyi Cecilia Dapaah sanitation minister. The same person eka kire Ghana for nyina say or the $48 million ati odona numu ninua ebesi ne me say e bon chen kane utwem ho a kan. The same government and I say within the first 4 years of their presidency, the whole Africa, ye can citisa ahonidi eye juma ye be kan Accra aka ho eno na enam so a odi sanitation minister enei Ghana efi Accra efi Kumasi efi echen kane na yakoche sanitation minister we say we're keeping more than over $3 million because all can $2 million, you know, and 350,000 euros and other sikana you find it, you know, a kabumua a year up to over $3 million plus dollars. Say mami ekipi sa sika we nyina e wonem passe security for equal the fee omo use counting machines. It take you one almost 5 days na yankan sika no wie ebeto dwa the same mampani ya o kire say I shall protect the public purse edimrika wan twen so wan twen ho edimrika ebe kire say o ware shemu say Cecilia Dapaah will never ever be found guilty. Ampanso. Ebesi ne sa case no ewu. Yenti hwio. Ewu. The case just went down like that. Ghana for refi. Yemisa ho asem biem. Obi anka ho asem biem. Obi atia koda. Yemfa ho chese ye jechredie. Amasikai se maame no afampa se menua ekosi sen sika no akodi hwan ho Ghana fo nimu na so John Dramani Mahama ye de nema eye office of the special prosecutor se Mahama ekromfo se Mahama bokro no enti ye de John Dramani Mahama e makisi ejaben se onye hwehwemu enhwe se ampa. So, sa krono na yate se Mahama eboye no. Eno kra na. Ene kisi ejaben ababonten abeche Ghana fo nyina se ye boa o John Dramani Mahama enye kromfo da.
OSP investigation found no evidence that former President Mahama was involved or played any role in the procurement and maintenance of the agency relationship between Airbus and Foster and its associates in respect of the purchase by the government of Ghana of military transport aircraft from Airbus. And it appears to the OSP that the direct communications and meetings between former President Mahama and officials of Airbus to close the deal were actuated by good intentions on the part of the former president. It also appears that Foster and his associates became involved as intermediaries in the Airbus Ghana deal after the decision by the government of Ghana in preference of the C-295 aircraft. Therefore, it seems that Foster's Airbus intermediary role at the time his brother served as the vice president of Ghana was a case of luckless coincidence that attracted the disapproval of the UK and US authorities. The OSP found no evidence that suggests that the involvement of Foster as an intermediary of Airbus and the direct communications and meetings between former President Mahama and officials of Airbus to close the deal between Airbus and the government of Ghana amounted to any corruption and corruption-related offense in respect of which the OSP has a mandate.
John Dramani Mahama Airbus hwan onye boni biara ensemu a yetifa Mahama hu inane menua eyentro ama empu o kire se ade bia Mahama ye bia no was in the interest of each and every one of us. This government yache sanitation minister yenti hu case yeti Ghana how yedi Mahama tem say Victoria Hammer hwan dien ade bone ena sabio maami ye yesi maami de na no keke ena kan se onya $1 million a obejama no sem sa $1 million na okan ye no wan kire se obewia because sabio nipa betimi ayadwuma abone homodin enya $1 million maami anchechiri mu no okan ya ne se onya $1 million a obejama no sem because yantias say amanyo sem no so no eyadwuma o they get paid for it. We are president you get paid. We are minister you get paid. Yenyin tumsa you get paid. Maami che say onya $1 million a obejama no sem se ne be ya Ghana for yeni na tebu biem obatani be bi adwene ho eno keke John Dramani Mahama eti ye no Mahama found say okay and yes say was a dream way their meaning say you purposely came into politics because of sikebia openti. Therefore no your tendency of being corrupt goes higher. Inti Mahama etis asem no in less than 24 hours mami na riasika no ordinary kekene kan Mahama tis asem no in less than 24 hours and a John Dramani Mahama sent her pack in chest say hey mami there be what can we input dia you see sebi o nia ewo adwemu eni akomemu ena epie free nipa enumba so say watimi aye bold enough aka sansem we dia eni amintimi ena onya adwuma ko ena Mahama epam maame no upon all this no ye bu Mahama say Mahama corrupt ye bu Mahama say Mahama kromfo e kansem to Mahama so edi Mahama tem and John Dramani Mahama has been vindicated. Abnada Pakis no yente ho hwe Akuffo Addo is still in power. Dapaah wababonten abe defend oh there be hwan Dapaah yente ho hwe ambulances are dontilu eko hu we wo Dubai se yeton Akuffo Addo mamudi mrika e defend ye empo Ghana ambulance service for Babonti Bechere say sa ambulances no one of 26 Toyota Haze ambulances Akuffo Addo aban Accra enam kwan so a eba Ghana. How many years ni ebesi ne yente ho hwe minuanom Ghana for afi we say it's not Ghana ha kire say aban we ensanto aso a na minim me say no wonder say John Dramani Mahama kire say oba
obe investigate Akuffo Addo abarewe. Akuffo Addo appointees omo akromfo ye wedifo. Imagine say obi kan say onya $1 million a obi jaba no sem ye pam nipa no efri abemu. Now so obi de wanka o yakwache no say wakura more than $2 million e woni fie ne mpase. Money laundering. Obra abrochefo sebio Ghana fo a emra ye take Ghana na ye hustle. Ebinom call US through American lottery ni ade through marriages and other things. Could drag butchery could bring mojani a transfer simple $14,000 eba Ghana. Bank of Ghana SCZ unless they go to prove how they got the money. Yache a government servant and I say public servant say wakura more than $2 million eshanim passe. In the days of Mampenia or Chair say I shall protect the public purse. Sam Penino was so quick to come out and defend her. Say onimu say enko bebia or wareshemu say enko bebia ampanso ebesine case closed. Edientia wato judges or control bibia or rane family and friends government, so he has an upper hand in almost any sector in Ghana. A buying sector biano Akuffo Addo is able to pull the strings. Edientia or run family and friends government.
Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.